So this is Kevin Tanner coming to you with a review of the Micro Galaxy Squadron Scout Class Series 2. So we're going to be looking here at the Mandalorian and his speeder bike. So we'll go ahead and talk through the display, the box it comes in. We'll take a look at the figure, we'll do some measurements and some comparisons. So starting out with the box, here is what the outside of the box looks like. So then you've got also here on the front, you have all the different options that come in this specific series, and you get some artwork on the side of the box, on each side. And then the actual individual box is here. It's got the same type of artwork on the front. And then on the side, you get all of the different figures and options here that come just in the standard series, as well as the chase variants that come with it. Inside the box, all of them are inside of just a plastic blister pack like this. Nothing really flashy, but now the one thing I will have to say is some of them are in there relatively tight, so it was pretty hard for me to get this one out. I actually literally had to cut the blister pack open to be able to get the actual vehicle out of it. So for what it's worth, just be careful when you're removing it. So here is the actual Mandalorian with his bike. So you get three different things that come with this. You get your figure, you get your stand, and then you get the bike itself. So we'll go ahead and start with the stand because it's the most boring thing. So let's get that out of the way first. So here is the stand itself. So it's got two little pegs on it. One here on the top for you to display it kind of like a head. Another one where you could display it here on the edge so you could fly it around if you wanted to do that. Now, from the figure perspective, here is the actual figure that you get. So we get the Mandalorian, and you also get him with, so he's got his little cape and his jetpack on. So this does come off, and now you can see that his visor here is not painted. So it's just gray. That'll be something I'll fill in here later, which I've painted on these other two that I'll compare to. So this one does have his Beskar armor on. And so the first thing I'll do here is show the comparison relative to the one that comes in the standard Razor Crest. So here is the standard Razor Crest version. You can see there's a huge difference in the color of his actual flight suit. So with the one that's here on the left, it's much more of a light brown. The one on the right is more of like a chocolate brown. So you can see his boot color is also slightly different between the two. And then the jetpack on the back is basically the same. The cape mold is slightly different as well. And yeah, those are some of the big differences in those two. So now, if you look at him relative to the other, this was the one that came just with the Series 1 bike. So he's got his cape that comes on. Just put that over there. And so you can see quite a bit of difference there, obviously, in terms of the amount of paint. So with the color of the actual flight suit. So the flight suit with this one really doesn't look very good, I don't think. On the newer version, it definitely looks better for sure. And so again, the cape does come off. So this is what it looks like when it's off. You get a little peg hole on there for his back, which is a nice feature. And the great thing is you can put him on the bike and he'll actually sit on there without the thing falling off of his back, which is nice. So now from a size perspective, so here he is. He is 1 inch tall. So same as all the other figures. And then here is the actual bike itself. So I think the coolest thing about this is this little teeny tiny Grogu that's sitting on there. This is one that I noticed right away when I saw the pictures of it. Now he is tiny, so we actually have to measure him in millimeters. So he is about 2 millimeters tall, his head is. And so this is a much different version of this bike relative to the one we got in Series 1. So you can obviously see a huge difference in the front of the bike, as well as the seat and just the general profile of it. So with the Series 1 bike, it's got actual, stands for his feet. On this one, it really doesn't. The foot stands are up. And so it does make it kind of weird when you put him on the bike. Here he is actually on it. You can't really get his legs around the side. I mean, you could, but let me actually put him on here like this. You can see his feet don't really go down. So you could get his legs to separate a little bit more to get them on those like little foot holders there. But generally the way it looks like is he's just sitting on the top of the bike. So that is that. They're definitely chunkier here on the front. I love the Grogu on the side. I think that's such a cool little feature that they did, putting that one on there. And again, I think just the sculpt itself is really nice. So that is that. Do a quick measurement here. So this is about roughly 2 inches, slightly less than 2 inches from front to back. And when it's standing up, it's going to be like an inch-ish tall, something like that. So that is your Mandalorian speeder bike review. If you haven't already, if you could go ahead and like and subscribe. And then if you have any questions or comments, if you want to feel free to leave them below, that would be great. So thanks for watching.